Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay. Who else again is there? Please, I want you to confirm if you can hear my voice very well.
Very well.
Good afternoon. We can
I
hear your
can hear.
voice very well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good
So I think
afternoon. I
we
can
can.
hear you. I can see you.
Oh, good. Ah, you can't see me. You can see my screen. I think you
I did
cannot
to say
see
that.
me.
Sorry. I wanted to say I can see your screen. No, please, please.
Mr. Agelebe, are you there? Somebody that asked me to remind him, please. Um, Let me check. Check the list there. Mr. Agelebe, is he here? I don't think so. Don't think so. Oh, please let me quickly send um a reminder to him. Ah, please let's remain muted, please. Okay, I'm going to call him. Agelebe Imazi. Minute, please. Okay, I think there's him. Okay, now um so let me welcome everyone for making today's class, and I would like to welcome Adebayo Olabode, Amamat Momo, Amos Blessing, Ashiru Idris, Bamidele Ademakinwa, Esther Olatinwo. Sorry if I didn't call your name properly. I'm very sorry about that. Favor Madu, Anna Olusegun. Oh, Anna, good afternoon. Yoba Kinde, Gizi Tycoon, Manshat Amos, Musa Maman, Laraju Ezekiel, Paul Ijebo, Paul Moses, Sonny Onofadejo Victor. Victor, how are you doing? It's been a while too. So I've not heard your voice for some time. So I think we can talk after the class, please, Victor. Let's talk after the class. Okay. So today we're going to have a master class on data analysis, and basically we're going to focus on data cleaning and manipulation using Microsoft Excel. So before we jump into that, I want to quickly introduce the course. For some of us who are interested in data analysis, but we don't know where to start from and what it entails. So I will want to quickly go through the few slides that can bring up to date. Please, can you remain muted, please, everyone? Paul, remain muted, please. Okay, please let all of us remain muted. I will not want to lock the group so that it can be more interactive, please. Okay, so, so what do you know about data analysis? What do you know about data analysis? Can somebody talk to me? Please, if your background is noisy, you can mute, you can remain muted. If your background is noisy, there's no reason for talking. But if you have a noise-free background, let's talk and have that conversation. We want to try it out. What do you know about data analysis? I think this is something that we can even derive from the name, data analysis. Can somebody tell us what data analysis is? Hello? Who want to give it a try? Can you give it a try? Everyone.
Good afternoon. My name is Favor Madu. Okay. Data
Go ahead.
analysis. Okay. Data analysis is, if I may say, is like helping to visualize raw data into a way that you can interpret it using
Okay.
technological tools.
Good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think Favor has helped us. Who else again want to try? Who else want to give it a try?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
So data analysis is just the basic collection, clearing, and interpretation of data.
Okay. Data collection, interpretation, and the what?
Cleaning,
And
the
cleaning
collect.
of data. Okay. You collect data, you clean data, and you interpret the data. Okay. Good. Thank you very much. I think I like the two definition. So when you visualize, you are explaining data. So data analysis is just like you said, it involves various stages. But the ultimate goal of data analysis is to explain, to show the world what data is saying. So what data is saying is the ultimate goal. You can have a lot of data. We have Facebook data, all sort of data, sales analysis, sales data, employee data, HR data, health data, accident data, fire incidents. A lot of data just all around everywhere, scattering around the world. In fact, the meeting we are having today is a kind of data itself. It's going to generate data for us also. So all those data together, how do you make use of the data? How do you make use of this data? That is exactly what data analysis is all about. And today, in the world of today, data analysis is seriously in the core of every businesses and organization. Whichever data you have, you want to know how it can help you do something better. And mind you, the kind of data we generate nowadays cannot in any way compare to the level of data we used to generate in the 5, 10, 15 years ago. In a day, you generate billions of tons of data nowadays. That's why the issue of uh, big data comes to the fore. Nowadays we don't talk of just the data again. We talk about big data analysis. So every company needs something that can help them to make better decision. Gone were the days when you just crack your brain and you just use your idea to generate information about your business, which way to go. Nowadays, you want to use the existing data, competitors' data, internet data, future data to make a decision, a meaningful decision about your businesses. So that is the reason why at Bratward Concept, we've come up with this training. And like you all know, that our training will always come with free training at the beginning. So you enjoy some free training. And if you are interested, you're going to join the full training. So the next set of training is going to start by April 13th. I think some of us already know from the groups we have. So the next training is going to start by April 13th, and it's going to cover a wide range of courses, which we are going to show you perhaps before we end today's class. So just like I said, the growth of data is very alarming. Every click, every swipe, every purchase now generate data. When you watch a movie, you generate data. When you click on an ad, you generate data. When you send message, especially on social media, you generate data. So what are people talking about? On X, that's Twitter, you see trending. Even when you are joking, Twitter will count it. If you like joke and keep saying something a thousand of times, so Twitter will see that somebody is talking about so, and that's the data on its own. So the customer information that you have at your business place, the resignation, the rate at which people resign, employees server, all those things are data. So how do you now manage and analyze this data? That is where the importance of data analysis come into the issue. So why data analysis? Why data analysis? We have the benefit of data analysis, as like I said earlier, it helps in making decision. Not that you just sit down, one to just sit down at the corner of his office and use Biro to just guess. No. Look at what has happened. Why did they happen? What contributed to what happened? You get it? So what contributed to it? Could that be the reason why this happened? Okay, what is likely to happen in the future if you go this route? So if it happens, then what else can we do to also reverse it, or we're going to change the strategy also? So these are the importance of data analysis. Your data will tell you what is happening within your system, not just the idea. Don't just use idea. So there's the reason why every now and then you hear people talking about data analysis. Every company needs data analysis. It goes beyond. Industry. Not okay. It's not only fintech industry, not just the banking, not just um, uh, the technology company alone. Every company needs somebody that will help them with decision making. So with your knowledge of decision making, you also learn how to solve problem solving, which is the key of your data analysis. Critical thinking, problem solving. So these are the skills that will come along with your analysis and can help any form of businesses wherever they find themselves. So when you look at data analysis, there are tons of software, there are tons of toolbox that we use for analyzing data. So some of the most popular ones, and which we are going to take you through during the course of our training, include Excel, which we all know that Excel is no matter where everything goes. I read a post yesterday on LinkedIn. Somebody said, if AI take everything, it cannot take Excel from us. AI will not take Excel from you. With your knowledge of Excel, you will always excel. Excel can help in various ways. Sorry, a minute, please. The class is ongoing. You can join the class. Use the link. So, no matter where everything go, Excel is going nowhere. And with your knowledge of Excel, you can do so many things. In fact, with Excel now, you can even work on big data. Yes, it has its own limitation because it's not specifically built for visualizations. It is useful for just like anybody, from secretariat study to HR to accounting to engineering to data analysis. So Excel is a tool that is useful for all. In fact, nowadays, to get a job and be efficient at your job, you need Excel. To do a business and know how profitable your business is, you still need Excel. Even if you like invest your money in QuickBooks, Sage, um, what other tools are out there, Tally, and the rest, you still need Excel because you are going to populate your data back into the Excel, which everybody understands. That is the language you understand now. So Excel is key to whichever area you are going data analysis. Then with Excel, you can join any of the following: Tableau, Power BI, SQL. The first two here, Tableau and Power BI, they are a bunch of drag and drop tool. Just drag and drop. No coding. You don't need to memorize any formula. Just have understanding of how they works. That's all. Then we move to SQL. With SQL, you get access. It teaches you how to manage your database. No company will give you data in CSV or in Excel. Or let me say, no big company. Small company can still have their data in Excel, in whatever, but no big company will have will keep their data in Excel. They keep the data in server, in data. So how do you interact with database to get data you want to use for analysis? Database language is not written like the table like Excel. It's not it's not in a table form. You're going to write some line of query to bring out this information. So that is the reason why SQL knowledge is also very useful at data analysis. Then we have a Python. Python is also a kind of general purpose code language, which can be used for varieties of things, one of which is data analysis. One of what Python does is data analysis. So Python can be used to build a website, to do web page, to do so many things. You can use it for so many things. But the area we're going to focus on is data analysis. So let's quickly look at some of them. So we have the Excel here. Like I said earlier, Excel is a versatile tool which can help in a variety of ways, from data cleaning, manipulation, and simple analysis. You can use Excel to analyze the data to some extent. Also, you can use it as it comes on formulas and functions that you may not have thought of before. A friend of mine said he thought he know Excel until he joined BMC training. Then he discovered that he need to learn Excel more. I've talked to so many people who will tell me that they know Excel. How can you rate yourself? Somebody can say intermediate, advanced. By the time they started with our training, they'll see that, wow, there are a lot of things to still learn about Excel. And with your Excel knowledge, Excel can help you in so many ways. Whichever thing you are doing, Excel can always be helpful to you. So you can use table, create chart, pivot table, pivot chart, filtering, sorting of data, basic calculation, data validations, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, charts. So there are a lot of things you can do with your data, holding your tool. Also, we have the Tableau, which is one of the leading tools in visualization software. Most people don't know the value of Tableau, except you work in an organization where you see the beauty of Tableau. If you are some of us who are intending to Japa, I know some people want to learn this analysis so that they can Japa. I remember one of my friends that joined our training some time ago. It's my close friend. Just to know that my friend has Japa too. You get it now. So I know some people want to Japa. If you want to Japa, one of the leading tools that you are likely to use either in UK or US is Tableau. It's one of the leading tools that will help, that will be tested. You will be tested with. So with Tableau, you can create a very interactive dashboard report. You can it helps. It even give it gives the user the opportunity to interact with the data without even even when you're not there. They can interact with the data even when you're not there. So we have Power BI, which is also a BI and visualization tools also. So BI is a comprehensive tool also from Microsoft. That is the manufacturer or the owner of Excel, right? Microsoft Excel, as we used to call it. So Microsoft Power BI is also from the same Microsoft. From Microsoft, just like Tableau, you can connect to a wide range of data source You have access to some pre-built reports, some different, a lot of used visuals that you can also reuse, and the rest. You can also connect. All these tools also have community. There is community for Tableau, community for Power BI, and the rest. Then we talk about the databases, which is SQL. Here you learn how to retrieve data, not to build database. Really, we are not building databases, but how do you extract? How do you interact with your database? How do you extract information from database? Database is there, and your guy said, "Go and analyze this. I need a report on so. How do you talk to the database to get data you need for your own goals? Because you don't need all the data. You have tons of millions of data there, but you only need few data for your job you want to do. For a job you want to do, how do you collect the data from the databases? So you need knowledge of SQL to do that. And lastly, we talk about Python, which is used to also analyze data. Python gives you more deeper insight into your analysis. It gives deeper insight into the analysis. You see, like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, they can work on the structured data. But with your Python, you can also work with unstructured data that are not even structured at all. So with your Python knowledge, you can also work with those data sets also. So with this, like I said earlier, the next training we're going to run will start from April 13, and it's going to be 10 weeks, just like the one we are running now, which is 10 weeks. The current training also is going to be 10 weeks. And the cost of the training is 80,000 naira. 80,000 naira is the cost of the training. So we are going to give out a kind of discounted price. For whoever make payment before the March ending, will pay 65,000 naira. So anything after that, you're going to pay full price, which is 80,000 naira only. So the information is going to be passed within the group. So if you have belonged to any of our group, so you're going to get details information about the next training. If you have not joined any of our group, I will also advise you to take that time now and join this BMC Noble group. So thank you very much. So if you have any question now, before we move into today's business, can you ask the question now? You have any question regarding what we've discussed so far on data analysis, which is just a brief introduction about data analysis, and we now move into the job proper, which is data cleaning. We're going to learn about how to use Excel to clean data. So most of us don't know how to clean data, really. So we don't know the Excel has the capacity to clean, to make our data useful. So we're going to do that right away. So if you have any question, let's open the floor for questions now. So I'm going to launch my Excel while we are waiting for your question. Okay. Any question? Okay. So in the absence of no question, I think we can kickstart the training on data cleaning. So when you have your data, we all know that data analysis is a garbage in, garbage out kind of a thing. That is, when you have a data, sometimes you need to do more. You need to do more on the data you have before you can get the real thing out of it. For example, let's look at this data we have in front of me. Can you see my screen, please? Can you see my Excel screen? Hello?
No, we can't see your screen. Your screen is not projecting yet.
Okay. I want to know. Okay. Excel. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, it's now visible.
Okay, thank you very much. So now you can see this kind of data. Sometimes when you copy something from the internet or somebody input names. I remember so many times when I want to type, if my cap lock is on, because I'm used to starting with cap lock, I will just hold the shift again and I start typing again. So you can see like this. So sometimes you just have something like this when you have you start with a small letter, Microsoft, and you continue like that and you do a lot of things. You forgot to correct it. Now somebody want to work with the kind of data. Imagine you have like 100,000 of rows, and it will be difficult for you once you see one or two errors there. Like in this case, you can see the mixture of capital letter and small letter. So if you have 100,000 of rows, it will be difficult for you to check them one by one. But the moment you see one or two error, the most important thing for you is just to go ahead and clean everything off once. For example, we have green pineapple. You can see the green in cap lock, in capital letter, and you see pine in uppercase also. But the apple, apple is in smaller case. If you want to analyze data and you have something like this, let's say we have green pine apple. Okay, can you say, do you think this and this are the same? Can you say that this and this are the same? Are they the same thing? Green pineapple and green pineapple, are they the same?
No, they're not the same.
They are not. Why?
The other one started with each word with uppercase, and the other
Okay.
one is mixed.
Okay. Now you want to examine how many green pineapple you have, maybe in analysis, or you want to examine how many happy family whatsoever. Now you apply your formula, and the formula is about this. You want to know how many this. Say green pineapple equals to green pineapple, and the thing is counting something, giving you wrong information. I see. So in this case, it gives us true, which is the same thing. Sometimes when you use VLOOKUP and you have a mixture of data, it may not give you the exact thing you need. So when you have the green pineapple as a cap lock and the green pineapple as a small letter, they are more or less the same thing. They are more or less the same thing. But when you are presenting your report, I think this will not make any sense. While presenting your report, for your boss or your manager or so to be seeing this kind of mixtures of letters, it won't make any sense. Get it now? Okay. But what happens if you just put a single space here? Can you see now? It becomes false because now it's no longer the letters again, but what? There's a space. It's not letter that is causing this discrepancy, but what? A space. So which means that in Excel, so this comparing data in Excel does not have is not that case sensitive. Are you getting me now? So it's not that case sensitive. So now when you have this kind of mixture of numbers, how do we correct it? There are three ways, there are three formulas you can use. One, we have the proper formula. We have lower formula and we have the upper formulas. So When you want to convert your text, sometimes it may not be error, you may not have error, but you want your report to be in uppercase. What do? Type equals to upper, open the bracket, select your data, and close the bracket. That's all. So if you have hundreds of rows, just take your formula, double click the hedge, and that's all. So when somebody will have wasted a whole day editing, you have done it with just 2 clicks. The first click is insert your formula, upper, open the bracket, select the text, and close the bracket. That's all. The second click is now go to the extreme right, double click, and it will fill up your 1,000 rows, your 10,000 rows, or number of rows you have. That is all. Now you have your data in a clean shape. Also, you want your data in a lowercase. What do? Equals to lower, open the bracket, select your text, and close the bracket. Hit enter. Now we have everything in lowercase. Imagine having emails. You have mixture of emails in a cap lock and small letter, whatever, and you want to put everything in a smaller case. Just bring them to Excel and do the magic here. That's all. Then we'll have the proper form. The proper form will make every first letter. This is it, proper. By the time you type a formula in Excel, proper, it will tell you what it can do for you. The convert a text string to proper case. The first letter in each of the case is to uppercase and all other letters to lowercase. That is, when you select this, every first letter will be capital letter. Every other thing after that will be what? Small letter. Green, pineapple, happy, family, excellent, and the Microsoft Excel. So you can see how fast it is to solve this kind of simple problem. Is that clear? If you have the workbook, you can also practice that. Let me give you 2 minutes, or let me give you 1 minute to try that on your own. Everyone. Can you try that, everyone? I give you 1 minute to do that. Everyone, let's try that. Please, there's a noise from someone's background. Olabode, please. I don't want to lock everybody so that we can ask questions. Yeah. I don't want to lock everybody. I want us to ask questions, please. That's the reason why I left the audio open. Okay. If you get it, type yes in the chat box. Once you get it, just type yes in the chat box.
Hello, sir.
Hello?
Please, I want to confirm if this class is being recorded, sir.
Yes, it is.
So that we can later visit, because I'm not probably with my system now. So
Okay, it is.
I've
It is
forgotten
being
the
recorded.
class
Yeah.
already this evening.
We are recording it. Okay. Who else again? Okay. If you are done with that, type yes in the chat box. Yes in the chat box. I've not seen any yes. Or are you just following me? If you are practicing with us, if you are practicing, type practicing in the chat box. You are just following the class so that I will know how many people I'm waiting for. If you are just following, please type following in the chat box. Just type following in the chat box. Okay, everybody is done. Yes. If you are just following, type following. If you are practicing, type practicing in the chat box. Following, great. Okay, so that will help us on how to maneuver the class. Great. Sunny, following. Who else again? I can see that Tola and Olabode, they are practicing with me already. It's okay. Who else again? Where's again? I think we're about 17 in the class for now. Okay, following. Okay, so we have more people following the class. Okay, a moment following. Okay, Paul, you raise up your hand or you following. Do you have a question?
No, I don't have a question. I'm following.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, no problem. Okay, so now we've I think we've learned one or two things from that. So that is a simple way you'll have cleaned your data just with just 2 clicks. Next thing we're going to look at is trim function. Can you see all these functions in Excel? It comes from the formula tab here. Under formula tab, can you see text? Text function here. This text function, there are a lot of things there. You can see a lot of things under the text function here. There are a lot of things there under text function that you can use to explain something in Excel. Okay, now, so let's look at trim function now as the second thing we're going to learn today. Trim function. We use trim function to remove extra space. When you have your data, when your data has space, you remember I demonstrated something earlier. When I put a space between green pineapple and the other one does not have green pineapple, Excel cannot find that they are related. They are no longer related because they have different, they are different because of that single space. Just one space will make it different. Now, so how do we now remove spaces? You have some data and the data are mixed up. You have a lot of spaces there. It will be difficult for you or it won't make any sense to start editing the first one, editing the other one, and then you want to edit like maybe like 10,000, even if it is 100 rows, even if it is just 100 rows, it won't make any sense to waste your time on something like that. What do? You use the trim function. Excel has already given you a function that can be used. Trim. Open the bracket, select the text, and close the bracket. That's all. Equals to what? Trim. Open the bracket, select the text, close the bracket, and that's all. So if you have like 100 rows or any number of rows, just double click and continue. That's all. So all the empty spaces will go off and you have your clean data. Now, you want to put it in proper form, in uppercase, in lowercase, any case you like now, you can now do that. Just put them together into a single for server in equals to, let's use upper. Okay, it's already in upper. Let's use proper form now. Proper, put the bracket and put your text in it. Okay, okay, sorry, put the trim text in it already. We already have a trim form. Put the text in trim form and click enter. Now you have a good data you want to use. You have a good data you want to use. So this will have saved a lot of days for you. When you have spaces in your data, we use trim function to remove that of your data. Any question on that? Is that clear?
Hello, sir. Sorry.
Go
Can we actually refer to this as part of data cleaning?
Yeah, that's what we are doing. What we are doing is data cleaning and manipulation. Once you have a data, how do you manipulate your data and clean it? Yeah, this is data cleaning. What we are doing is cleaning, not referred to as. It's pure cleaning. Yeah, in Excel, there are 2 different ways by which you can do cleaning. One of the ways is this, and this is what we use. This is what we use on daily basis for cleaning. The other method is by using Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor is not everyday use. It's not for everyday use. It's only when you have a large data, you want to work with, want to do data analysis with a large data. That's when you use data query, Power Query. So you can see here where you have get some data. When you use this option here, it's going to take you to Power Query Editor. And I think some of us have heard about that. If you have attended my class in the past, we've talked about Power Query Editor in Power BI. And you can still see it on you can still see some of the previous classes on my YouTube channel also. You can see it on our YouTube channel, that is BMC Tutors. So, but for daily use, we use text function to clean our data most cases. Is that clear now? Hello? Have I answered your question?
Yes, no, yes, sir.
Okay. Then the next one we're going to look at is learn function. Learn function. The learn function, to so many people, if you are not deep in Excel uses, you think that learn function is useless, but it's one of the most important function that we use when you are cleaning data. When you are working with a large data and they have different different combinations, we use learn function to separate them. But when you learn it, you just think that this is learn function. I'm going to demonstrate that when we move on. I think I will use maybe one or two examples for you, so you can see how powerful learn function can help you in cleaning your data. So quickly, let's see what learn does. Learn will count the number of characters in the string. That's the job it does. That's all. Can you see that? Can you see that it's not useful? You just count. Learn will just count how many characters are here. Can you see? Learn will just count. This is we have 15 characters. Here we have 12. Why do you think we need to count the characters in our data? Why do you think we need to count them? It makes no sense counting them. But as useless as the learn function is, it can save a whole ruined day, a whole day that somebody is going to waste on using the quark formula or using using other formulas in a quark way. Let me make it like that. You want to do some formulas in a quark way. You want to use them in a quark way. Learn will have helped you. Use learn. Learn doesn't work alone. It helps other functions to achieve whatever you want to achieve. It helps other functions to achieve anything you want to achieve. We're going to see example as we move on along this course. Then we have a value function. Value function. Can somebody read out what value does for us? Value function, what it does for us. Can somebody read it out to us?
The function value text
Yeah.
convert a
Okay.
text use string that represent the number to a number, for example.
Okay. Okay. For example, look at this. We added, this is a summation of all these numbers. The summation of all these numbers. Can you see? And with this, mere looking at this, we know this can never be correct. Because even this alone is more than the entire figure. Now, which of these is text? Which of these is number? Sometimes when you make an error, when you write something like this, when you make an error, Excel will show you this, that there's an error here. You can see this logo, this little green box here. It's warning you. The number stored as a text. Do you want to convert it to a number? You can quickly convert to a number. If you have like 100 rows of this, you have like, let me drag like 100 of this. Okay, can you see all these? Everything here are stored in text. So when you have something like this is easy, very easy to resolve. Don't click one by one, please. You are going to waste your whole day. Select from the first one. If this one does not have error, please don't select the first one. Start from the second one, the one that has error. You're going to start your journey from the one that has error. Then Control Shift arrow down to the last one. Click on this and convert to number. Can you see? We just do click, we've cleaned the old data, we've converted them back to number. But if you want to be clean, if you selected from here, let's check from here, there's nothing to click on. You have nothing to click on in this case. There's nothing you can click on here. So you are going to go back and start one by one again. So that is the first. So when you have this kind of error, and if you have something like this again, imagine that. Now imagine you have it like this, and you have like the third row again. Let's add one more again. You have this kind of error. You have error on 3 different rows. You have 3 rows. For example, maybe as an accountant, perhaps you spread data and later you started adding them, but you can see that the numbers are not adding up. The numbers are not adding up. How do you resolve this? In the fastest way, perhaps you have like 100, maybe like 10 rows or 15 rows. So will you be doing one by one like this, like I just did? No. You won't do this one again. So there is an example, which means that sometimes a fast approach will become a slow approach in another case. If you have encountered something like this before, can you tell us how you resolve this? If you have encountered something like this before, you have like 5, 6 rows, and all the numbers, you have some numbers that are not correct in them, and you want to convert them to number. Can somebody tell us what has been done before or what we can do? Just a click or something we can do to just resolve all these ones. Especially, let's assume we even have space between them. That's another issue. Let's say we have space in between them, and they are not together, they're not sequential, everything is not in sequence. How do we resolve this? Should I call name? Is Victor there? Victor, how do we resolve this? Sonny Victor. Amamat. Amos. Can somebody tell us how to resolve this? I want to be calling names now. Okay. Quick one. So to resolve something like this, sometimes again, you may not even see this sign there. This sign may not even show up. If the sign show up, that will still help you to do row by row or column by column. But when you don't have something like this, and you have the numbers in large quantity, you know what you do? Type 0 here or type 1 here. Type 0 here or 1, anyone you like. Copy the 0. Go to your data. You've copied the 0, right? Select your data. Now, the next thing I'm going to do now is go to your home tab, go to paste special, or you right click here. Paste special is there. What do we copy here? 0. Just add. Add, click OK. Everything become number. We had 0, just add 0 to everything once, and all become number. That's one method. If you use 1, copy 1, select your data, and right click, paste special, then you multiply. If this one you want to use, just multiply with 1. Click OK. Bam. So we've converted all numbers into all text into numbers once and for all. We just copy and paste approach. Now, sometimes not all the numbers are like that, but 1 or 2 numbers are in between, and you cannot be doing this. You don't want to convert anything. You want to add anything. You want to identify which of the number is a text. There are 2 ways by which you can do that, or 4 ways. This, and this. You can use T formula. T formula will tell you if a number is a text or not, equals to T, just T. Open the bracket and close this. So when you have your number returned, that means a text. Let's copy down. This is not a text, and this is not a text. Can you see that those two did not return? And if you had 451 to 31, what do you get? 490. So only these two are numbers here. Every other thing here, what? Are text. Then everybody you can try this if you are practicing with me. N, just type N value into this and close the bracket. It will tell you if your numbers are number. That is the opposite of T function. The opposite of T is what? Is N. The T function will return text, while the N function will return what? Number. Then we have his text and his number. These two, we use them most often with another formula. We use them we use them with other formulas in most cases. We don't use them in isolation. But let's see what they do for us. Text. You want to know if it is text, put your number and close the bracket. It's telling you it's true. When it is true, it's a text. When it is false, it's not what? It's not a text. Can you see? These
I
are
don't
false.
understand.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Which should I is not you say you are not you don't understand.
You
Okay.
said I don't understand from when you started the calculation.
I've not done any calculation. Okay, from here, right? Is it from here?
Yes, sir.
Here. Okay, what I demonstrated, I demonstrated something here that when you have a large sum of data that has error, how do you fix them once instead of fixing them one by one or column by column or row by row? You get that now? And I first demonstrated the column where you have the sign showing up at the top left here. So we use that to clean the entire row, entire column. I said, what happened if the sign is not showing up here and you have like 3 or 4 columns that you want to clean together? You're going to take a lot of time to start cleaning them in various ways. You get it now? So that's why I demonstrated the other one by adding either 0 or multiply by 1. So I'm going to release the video. You're going to see the video and you can practice with the video step by step. Are you getting me? So that I just use that one as example on how to undo large data with errors, with large numbers stored as a text. You know what we are trying to learn here is that sometimes your number that you see in Excel is not your real number. You can look at a number like this, you think it's a number, but it's not a number. That is why we had this together. If we had this together, do you think we're going to get 490? Hello? Where's the lady who asked the question? I'm talking to you.
I'm following you, sir. I'll follow up with the recording. I'm
Okay.
following.
I'm asking you a question now. I'm asking you a question so that you can also.
Hello.
Okay, so I'm back. I'm back. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me try and present now again. So, like I was saying before, you will see that the summation of those numbers cannot give us the 490 that we got. Cannot give us the 490. So, in that case, we need to identify, sometimes we need to identify what is.
Sorry, sir, your screen
Yes, it's not coming up.
is no longer shared.
I know. I'm struggling with it here.
All right. Thank you.
I'm struggling with it here. Okay. It's not showing. It's not ready. I think it's it's still the network issue. It's not making it to come up. So I'm just trying to explain where we were before. So the T function and N function, what it does is they tell you which of your data is number. So that you know where you are channeling, where you're going to channel your effort to. Instead of focusing on the entire data, just use the knowledge, just clean whatever you want to clean only. Wow. Okay. Let me log in through random means again. Which one I want me to log in again? I see. No. Why this one is not anything? Let me join here. Okay. Okay, I think this was.
You can see the screen now. Sir, I have a question.
Okay, you can ask your question now.
Yes, sir. That first column where we have the 085459435. How were you
Okay.
able to write that 085 as a text?
I can't really remember. I can't really remember again. You get it now. But if you want to write it on a normal day, just use apostrophe here. Can you see apostrophe here? And
Yes,
type
sir.
any number of your choice. It will stay.
Okay.
This is a normal way of writing it. When you have a single one, when you want to write only one or two, you get it now. Just put apostrophe in front of it and it will stay as a number. But if you have too much number that you want to write, perhaps like a check number or phone number, it won't make any sense also. So maybe you have a number, you have plenty of phone numbers, 090, this 123, and you already have plenty numbers there, and you discover that they don't have zero at the beginning. It won't make any sense to start putting apostrophe one by one. You get it now? So in this case, when you have a large number, you know what you do? Select your number, press Ctrl 1, and go to custom, then select the 0 and make it 11 zeros. If it's a check number, if it's a phone number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's a 10 number. Okay, 9 digits. Okay, if you need 20, okay, let's just have 2 zeros to it. 11 digits. Let me make it like this so that we can see clearly. So with this, you can see that you can format everything once without having the need to put apostrophe. But when you have a single 1 or 2, just use apostrophe and then you move on. When you have a large number, a check number or whatever, that is, 0 will not stay at the beginning. So just use a format function. Number of data you need, just make sure you have the number. So if you have this like this now, this. Oh, okay, let me remove 1 from it. So you can see now that we can have all our numbers like this down. Just once. Okay, so that is how this was. I can't remember how I made it, but I know you can make it like this. As it is like this, just come to the home tab and align it to the right. So and come back to this place. You can come here and click ignore. You get it. So these are doable. You can do that, but I don't know. I can't remember how I did the one I did here again. Okay, so we have. So I think we are good with this, right? You can always watch the video, and you're going to get. The more you watch it, the more you get more insight into it and get it better than what I've just shown you here. Then we have the left, right, and mid function. Any question on value before I move to left, right, and mid?
Please, are we going to be able to get the recorded videos sent
Yes,
to our emails?
you will get it in the group, and perhaps if you want it in the email, in your email, you can drop your email address.
Which group are you talking about? I'm not in
What?
which group are you
Okay,
talking
you're not in any
about?
of our WhatsApp group, right?
No, not yet. I only received emails.
Only emails, okay. Just drop your email. I will send it to you by email. And if you want to join the group, you can chat me at the end of the class. My number is 080
Hold on, please. Let me
09165
get let me get a biro.
3854. I will put it in the chat box.
Oh, it's going
080
to be in the chat box.
Yes.
Please, can I get a
9165
biro? Sorry, please come
3854
again. 080. Give me one of your receipts.
00
080.
91
Hold on. 08091. Uh-huh.
65
Yes.
3854.
Okay. Am I going
Oh,
to be added to the WhatsApp group?
yes, I will add you.
Okay. Okay. Once I send you an a WhatsApp message.
Exactly. So I will add you. I will send you the invite link and you're going to
Okay.
get it.
Sorry. What's the name, sir?
My name is Akim.
Okay.
Akim
All
Mustafa
right.
is my name. I think you'll have seen the name in the email you got.
Um,
Okay. And the numbers are there. You can also use my MTN to call me. Either of the
okay.
numbers. Okay. Thank you. So the right function here, what right function does for you is that it counts something from the right. Let's say you want to extract numbers, you want to extract, perhaps maybe you are creating like a staff code or staff ID, and the policy is to use the last 5 part of the name to create a code for a staff, for every staff. You get that? So how do you do that when you have like 50 staff? Will you be typing one by one apple, Emily, length, Excel? No. Just use your Excel formula and you go and sleep. While other people are still working, you go and sleep. Right function, select your text, comma, number of characters that you need. I need 5 characters only. Let me close the bracket and enter. So Excel will extract the last 5 to the right for me. And let's copy this down. Bam. That is it. So you want to create an email from it or create anything from it, you now use other knowledge again to add them together and create whatever you want to create. The same thing applicable to left function also. We use left function to extract something from the left. We want to extract the first 4 letters or the first 5 letters from the left side. Select your text, put a comma, and put the number of characters that you want. If you don't put anything, you're going to return just 1, the first letter for you. But when you put number of character, it's going to return the number you need. I need 5 characters. Again, from the left side, hit enter and get green, happy, Excel, and micro. Does it make any sense?
Yes, sir.
So these are the things that can waste a lot of days when you have reasons to extract something from another. Want to extract something from another, you're going to see how powerful this function can be helpful to you. Now let's move a bit now. Let's move to this mid function. Mid function. Mid. Now for mid function, we want to extract something from the middle. The difference between the mid and the len is that there are, instead of text and number of character, there is start number in the middle. We have text, we have number of character that we need, but we have text in the middle. The start number. That is, we are talking about the middle. Where do you want Excel to start counting from? You need to tell Excel. So in this case, we want to extract these 3 numbers in the middle. We want to extract these 3 what? Numbers from the middle. What do? We use mid function. Mid. Select your text, comma. The start number will start from the 4th character. You remember when you use len the other time? This is the 4th character. 1, 2, 3, 4. So put 4. Let's start from, and we need just 3 characters there. Just 3. Then close the bracket, hit enter. So when you have a number that comes in the same format, very easy to extract. Can you see? Very easy. You just extract because they already they have the same format already. So with this, just use single formula and get them off your neck. What happens when they don't have the same number of character? Let's say we have okay, we'll come back to that. So is it clear how to use mid function? Don't let me complicate the matter now. We have the mid function where you start with the text followed by the start number where you want Excel to start counting. You need 3 numbers, but from where do you want Excel to start from? If you want it to start from the 5th, no wala. Tell it that you start from the 5th and return 3 for me. It will honor you. Then I think that's okay. Let's move to REPT. REPT. We use this, like I said earlier, when you want to do presentation, you want to show some things, certain things, by joining some things together. We use REPT to do that. Sorry, let me see what we have here. Concatenate there. Okay, we have text, we have this. Okay, good. I'm out. Okay. Am I on? Okay, I think I'm still. Okay, so we use REPT to repeat something in a number of times. Sometimes you need to repeat something. You want to repeat something in a number of times. We use REPT to do that. How do we do? For example, let's say REPT. Open the bracket. I want to repeat A, letter A, as example. I want to repeat letter A. I can say, okay, double quote A, double quote, comma. So when you want to type a text, when you want to repeat a text, you put double quote in it. when you are writing the formula in Excel, and then there is need for you to type a text. Instead of clicking on it, you type a text out. If it is number, no need. But if it is text, you're going to put in double quote. Then you want to repeat A in 15 times. You can see that Excel will count it for you using what? REPT. And you can use any character on your keyboard. You can use any character from your keyboard. Let's use this character and click OK. So you can use any of the character on your keyboard, and you can even use text also. You can say, okay, I want to repeat mail. I want to repeat the text, whatever text you have here, number of times. It will repeat it for you. Sorry, anything you put there will repeat. So we use REPT to repeat something when there is need for you to repeat something in a number of times, instead of using manual method to repeat whatever you want to repeat or to rewrite it. We use REPT to do that. And we have concatenate function here. I will come back to this after the concatenate. Concatenate function are used to join text together from different columns. Look at this name. We have additional titles, and we want to join them together. You can just say concatenate, 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 and select the first text, comma, second text, comma, third text, and you close the bracket. You can see the names are joined together. Can you try that, everyone? And tell me, there's a problem here. Can you tell me the problem we are having now? We've joined the text, but there's a problem. And I think everyone can see the problem here. What is the problem? Can you talk to me?
They are not spaced.
There's no space between them. Now, the next thing now is to add space. How do we now add space to this text? Now, please, everyone, look at this area very critically. Remember, when we use len function here, len also counted the space there. If you look at green apple here, green pineapple here is 15. Green pineapple here is 22. Why? Because there are spaces in between here. It is the space that were counted as part of the text that gave us what? 15. So the same thing, space are character on its own on Excel. Spaces are character on its own. So now, when you want to add something, want to add space, after the first name, you put double quote, space, double quote. It means that you are putting space in between double quote to tell Excel that after the name, I want what? I want space. Is that clear? Is that area clear now? After the first name, comma, you put space in double quote. If you want to use comma also, you can use comma space. If you like, you can use comma and space together. You can make it space, comma. You can make it ordinary space. Whichever one you like. Let me click OK and see. Let's see what we have. Can you see? The comma is there because I use comma and space together. So after the space, what's the next thing? The second name. After the second name again, we need something else again. Space again, double quote, space, double quote, then comma again. And after the comma again, then the third name. Now you have 5 texts. Text 1 is a name. Text 2 is space. Text 3 is a name. Text 4 is space. Text 5 is a name also. So let's close the bracket and hit enter. We have Adesoye, Titus. It doesn't have third name. So let's copy that and see other ones. So we can see that we have Chiroma, that will be Janet, David Hammett, Akim Anderson, Il Thompson Green, Tamil Ameni, and Matthew Benson. And the final prize is 506. That's all. So which means that you can also join numbers together. You can join any text, any cell with even numbers. And perhaps maybe you are doing results of students, and you can say one, instead of typing result one by one, Ade, you have the name, you have the position. Ade is also make the first position. Instead of typing everything, you just use a single formula, and each one will have find the name and the position, the name and position together, and you already got what you want with a single click. Any question on this? Concatenate?
Yes.
Okay, ask your question.
This last part, you were actually talking about spacing the upper and lower, putting the number and letters or
Okay.
on in lower. The last part, the final price.
Yeah.
So that price of the thing, do we need to capitalize the first letter in that price as well?
No, it's not. We are not doing capitalization here. We are only joining. We are joining text from different cells here.
No, I'm actually like asking, not
No, it
about
doesn't.
the first.
No,
That was the very first thing we did. The first example you did, trying to
no.
capitalize.
Now, if you want to
Some in the
capitalize, you can see that if you capitalize everything, the price will have been capitalized. You get it? We are not capitalizing here. It's just the text that has been there already. So you get it now. So if we remove it now, it will go back to normal. You just use an example how to join cells from different cells together. We have the final price here. We have this here. We have this here, and we're able to join them together with a single cell. If we remove this pineapple, this one here, are you getting me now? So you can say, okay, the final price is 500 for 6 pieces. You can come here and say, okay, 4, 6 pieces. You get it now? So let's say you have different prices for different products. Instead of writing them one by one, you can quickly generate your report by having the name of the product here, and you add something to go at, and then you put the quantity, the minimum balance here, and you generate your report once and for all. That's all. Is that clear? Hello? Is it clear? Okay. Now, the other method that we can also use is using ampersand. We also have text join. If you are using Excel, what do you call it? 365 or so, or 2020, 2019 and above. I think you can use text join also to join your text together. But let's stay with these two first for now. Concatenate and ampersand, which is common to all Excel, equals to this, the first name, ampersand. This. Okay, sorry, there is a name here. Okay. Let's say we want to make it first name, honor name, and surname. Let's make it like that. First name, other name, and the surname. That's how they show you. You see that we still have the same problem. Problem of what? Of space in between them. Can you see? Everything joined together. So what do we do in this case? We're going to stop again and start putting space in between them. Double quote, space, double quote, and ampersand. So we have the first name and space, and the second name, and what? and space again. Then and the third one, which is surname, and enter. Now you can see now that with this, now we're able to join the text together using what? Ampersand. But in the case of text join, if you want to use text join, not all your Excel has this. Let me see if I have it also. Text join, okay? When you have text join, the first thing you tell Excel is delimiter. What do you want to use as a to separate them? We're going to use space, comma. What the next thing? Ignore empty, okay, comma. Then the next thing is the text we want to join together. Let's start from here, comma, here, comma, and here. Sorry, comma, and here also, comma. So we have the 3. Hit enter. Field error. Why? Okay, this is not comma. Can you see now? With text join also we get the same thing. So when you have things to join together, you can use any of this formula and you're going to get the same wonderful result. So with this, you will have specified your space at the beginning, and you tell it to ignore any empty cell here, and go ahead and then do whatever you want to do. Just join all your text together, and it's going to give you the good result. Then we move to text to column. Text to column. Text to column is one of the very good tools that we use. We can use it in a varieties of ways. You can use to clean date. It can help you to clean date more than anything. Text to column. When you have stubborn date, when your date misbehave, bring them to text to column. It will clean them for you immediately. So, but we're not looking at that today. We're going to look at the text to column from the splitting perspective. Look at this data here. We have city, state, and zip code. Let me explain the data for you. This is the city name. The next two number here, the next two letter here, this is a state name, state. And the last one here, these are what? These are the zip code. Everything after this one, they are noise. Everything after this are what? They are noises. How do we solve this? We want to extract the city name, the state name, and the zip code. So let's go ahead and see how to do this. Select your data. Go to your data tab and click on text to column. Can you see this function here? Text to column. Now, with that text to column, you have two options: delimited or fixed width. You remember when we are using text join, it asks for delimiter. We put space. So delimiter is what you put in between your letters. In this case, look at this one very well. We have comma at the end of every city. There's comma at the end of the cities. Let me expand. Let me increase this size. Sorry. Let me increase this size. You will see comma at the end of every city here. So now, which means that we can use comma as our delimiter. Now, text to column, delimiter, yeah. Next, we're going to use comma. Let's check the comma. The moment we check this comma box, can you see what is showing us? It's telling us that, do you think this is where you want to put a line? This is sample of our result. We say, okay, you get it right. City. Good. We say next. Then it's asking us where you want your result to be. So let's come to the destination and put a destination here under city here. Click on finish. Click on OK. Now you can see all our cities extracted. Can you see the city name being extracted with just few clicks? Now, it remains the state name and the zip code. Let's look at them before we go to text to column. Let's look at them very well. City names are just 2 letters. Zip code are 5 letters, which means they have fixed width already. The width of their length is what? Is fixed. Hello, am I making sense at all?
Yes.
Because the state already have 2 letters, the zip code have 5 letters. It means that the number of characters they have are fixed. So that is very easy to resolve in the case of a text to column. So select the entire data, go back to data tab again, meet text to column, and tell it we want to use, this time around, we are not using anything. If you use space, it will scatter your job. There is space here, there is space here. If you use space, it's going to scatter what you have here. Well, let's use fixed width and see what we are going to get. Click on next. You can see Excel has suspected that we want to have a space here at the bottom of the next one. Okay, this is good, but not only this, we want to have another one here again. We can double click. Click on this, you can see the line. If you want anything here again, fixed width, it will slice it straight down. You want to remove it, click on it again, it will go off. You want to put line here, click it once, double click it, it will go off. So you can see now I want to separate this 2 and this 5 here. I can click on next. It's asking for location, and I think state can stay under here. The first 2 columns can stay here. This next 5 will go here. I think we are okay. We don't need to change the destination this time around. And now the noise here, we don't need them. Just pack them away and delete them. Bam. Now we have the city name. All the city names are here. The state name are here, and the zip code are ready. You can see when we have this data, it looks like it's just everything just lumped together. But with our knowledge now, with our knowledge of text to column, we're able to separate them one by one. And zip code, city name, state name, and zip code. Is that clear? So this is the cells. I think this is they made from each of the cells. You can say, okay, Control Shift 1, and then you can see them in numbers. Oh, these are not numbers. Okay, this one has an apostrophe at the beginning, right? Let me remove this. So we can see now we have the sales figure from each of the states. So that's how to use text to column. You select your data, then go to the data tab, select what you want to use. Is it delimiter or fixed width? Then you move to next, and the next, and the next. So the other ones are the advanced and the date, but we cannot handle that today. And okay, we have a few minutes to go. Sorry. We have find and search. Find and search. I'm thinking, can we quickly, let me quickly take you through, since we are learning cleaning, don't worry, even we don't finish everything, let me quickly take you through how to undo date issue also, date issue also with a text to column. Look at my system date, 16/3/2024. We have 16/3/2024. A minute, please. Okay. We have date. Let me quickly type this date out. 3 1 2024. We have 3 2 2024. We have 03 2024 and 03 04 2024. Why is this thing separate? Okay, let me see whether this will follow. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, 3 4 3 4 3. Oh God. 3 4. This is 3 5. That line has caused the issue. 03 03 2024. Delete. This is 3 3. Okay. So 1 2 3. Let me see if this will go. 4 5. Okay. Now, okay, let me 13 here. 14, okay. 2024. Okay. Now you will see, you notice something that it changed from 24 to 25 here. Okay, so this is what I want to explain, really. Let me see if these two can also continue. 03 14 20 15 2024. So sometimes when you copy something from the internet and the date is different from your system date, you see me? Now, this date, Excel will mix it up together. Instead of taking this as a month, you know, the first, if you look at this data very well, okay, I want to give you something here. MD. Okay, hello. If this date, these are dates here. Can you tell me the format of this date? Hello?
Day, month, and year.
Date. Can you tell me the format of this date?
Date, month, and year.
Day. This is day, month, and year. Okay. Who else again? But you can see that this cannot be month because of 13, 14, 15. This cannot be mount. The middle one cannot be mount. But exactly what you think was what Excel is going to think. Let's quickly check. Equals to mount. Mount. Put this and close the bracket. 1. Meanwhile, what we want to achieve is that the first letter is mount. This is mount. The 3 is mount in this case. The 3 is mount. The 1 is day. But because my system date is what? Is a DMY. So the first thing Excel suspected here is that this one is a date. This is day, this is month, and this is year. You can see that Excel got it wrong now. So if I work with this date, I'm going to get something error. You can see the moment this one exceeds 12, it becomes error. And this is where the error comes from. Because even from 1, from the top, there is error already. But you will not notice it until you make use of this in your analysis. So sometimes you have, sometimes we have this kind of problem. If you like, format it with anything you like. It's going to give you the same thing. Go to Home tab, format. Since Excel does not understand the data, it's going to give you different results. You can see it's already in date. So if you like, anything you like, do it. Now, how do we resolve this kind of problem? I don't want to job this. That's why I go back to this example. How do we solve this kind of problem? We're going to use text to column to solve this. I'm going to use what? Text to column to solve this kind of problem. So let's go back to data tab and click on text to column. Now, this time around, we don't need either the limiter or field width. Anyone you like, just leave it there. Move to next. We don't need either comma or anything. Just click on next. Now, here, this is where we are going. You now click on date here. Please look at this place very carefully. Select the date. Now, this our date is what? Is MDY. Month, day, and year. Now come to this place and select MDY. MDY. Then your destination, where do you want the destination to be? Let's put the correct date here and click on finish. Now Excel understand that your date, your day is the middle one. It has changed you to the system date. You can see my system date now, 16/3/2024. Now we have 1/3/24, 2/3/24, 3/24, and the rest. This is how to make use of your text to column to clean your date when you have date issue. Sometimes it can be, you can have like, maybe you have May 5, 2022, May 6, 2022 in words, and you want to convert it back to the normal date. There's no way to do that by what? Except by using what? By using text to column. It helps you to format your date properly and give you good results. So I think we have like 2-3 things to do, but we don't have that much time again. So let's just look at the find option, find and search option. We use find and search. We use find and search interchangeably. But the difference between them is that find is case sensitive, while search is not case sensitive. In green pineapple here, we want to find small p. Look at small p. See where small p is. Because okay, equals to find double quote small p and double quote. We want to find small p within which text? Within this text here. And let's close the bracket. Hit enter. So to find the small p, you're going to get what? To the 12th character. 12th character. This is where you're going to find the small p. You're going to find the small p after the 12th character here. But if you use search, search is not case sensitive. Any p that search means on the road is going to tell us that you are the one we are looking for. Search, double quote, p, small p, double quote, comma, And from which text? Select this, hit enter. So the P here is after the fifth one, there's a space, and this is the seventh character. So the P here is what? Is 7. Using the same formula, you're going to get different results because find is looking for what? The exact small p, while search is just arresting any p that it met on the way. Then we have find. If you want to find capital E here, it's going to give you error because there's no what? There's no capital E in this case. Equals to find double quote capital E double quote comma within this letter and close the bracket. Hit enter. The value error. If you use search, it will give you something, anything, any E, search 3, which is the first E here. But if, assuming we don't want to get the small E, we want to get the E from the pineapple, not this first E, then we can use the third option here called search, open the bracket, and find what? Find E, double quote, E, double quote. Since we are using search, it doesn't matter about the case sensitive. So within this text, but we don't want to start from the beginning because it's going to give us 3. We can say, okay, start from the 5th character or from the 6th character. Okay, start from the 6th character and they give us the result. This time around, it's going to give us 10, which is the E here. And we can also use find to get space. Either find or search to get space. You can also use it to get a space when you have a space within your data set. You have a space, find this. Oh, no bracket. Sorry. We have space, comma, within this data set and close the bracket. 6. So that is it. That's how to use the find and search character to do some things. Okay, I promised to do something before. Let's quickly look at something here. Find something here, or let's quickly do something here. I want to extract some. I want you to extract something from here. I want to extract something from here. Let's say we have this 002. One, two, three, 4. We have get this, and we have 3, 4. Now, in this case, we want to extract the numbers at the end. We want to use the right function to extract the number at the end. How are we going to get this done? I will not wait for you to answer this because of the time. Already, we are behind the schedule by 4 minutes already. I want to explain some things to you so that you can see how those things work together. Now look at this number. If we use right function, you select the number, but what are we picking? Is it 3 or 4 or 2? That's the problem. If you use 3, it's not going to pick this. If you use 2, it's not going to pick this. You get it now? So the problem now is we don't know the number because the numbers here are not unique. If you use 3, can we see what we have? This one will pick 3 also. This one will pick space 3, 4. There's a space here. This one has thrown away 1 again. So when you have something like this, let me quickly show you how I will not use a long formula. I will split the formula down into small pieces so that you can understand the logic behind the formula. Let's quickly look at len function. Len function. That's the first thing we're going to look at. Len. Remember, I told you that len is very powerful, but if you don't know how to use it, you will not know that it's very powerful. Len function. It's counting. We have counted the number of characters we have here. This one is 8. This is 11. This is 9. Okay, let's use find. find or search. Let's find the space, because at least we have seen that there's a space before the numbers. Sometimes it can be comma, it can be anything. Whatever that separates the text from the number, we're going to get it out. So let's find the space. From where? From this number, and close the bracket. Now we can see we have seen the number we are looking for. 577. Good. Now where is our space now? Let's say our space now is what? Equals to 8 minus 5. This is 3. This is 4. This is 2. Can you see what we are looking for? This is our number. So you can use the right function now. Right function together with this. You say right from this function, generate 3 for me, and close the bracket, enter. 002, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 34. Can you see that we're able to combine the find? We find something, we remove from the length of the word, and we get what we are looking for. So this is a simple way, this is just a simple example on how learn can help you to solve a problem. Because we already know the length of the text, we remove the one we don't need, and we get where we are going to. So I think we're going to stop there today, and we're going to meet next week, Saturday again. We're going to have another free class on next Saturday. That's we're going to continue from here, and we move to more other complicated things that we can also learn from each other. So I hope we'll be able to pass 1 or 2 messages across. If you have any question, you can ask your question now. Ezekiel, ask your question. Hello, Ezekiel, you have a question?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Are you listening to me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Hello, sir. Yes,
yes, I'm with you.
The last functions, the right function and the lame function. What is the implication now to for the accounting and prevention? All this things, what is the relevance to the accounting prevention?
And you know, you
Hello,
work
sir?
with Excel. You know, as an accountant, you work with Excel often. Sometimes somebody can generate data for you, maybe from QuickBook or whatsoever, and there's need for you to extract. Hello, you can mute. You can go muted. There's noise from your background. Sometimes somebody generates data for you, perhaps maybe from QuickBooks or from Sage or from something, where you have letters, string number, and date, whatever jump together, and you need to there's need for you to separate them. You get it now? So what do you need? You need to use your knowledge of Excel. It now depends on what you are using. Are you going to use text to column? Are you going to use class field? Are you going to use write function or learn function? You get it now? So this is used to clean your data, to make it useful for you. What we are learning today, you can see that today we are not learning how to calculate anything. We are not doing any calculation, but how do you get a useful data? When you have a mix of data, sometimes they can generate a GL for you, a GL that doesn't separate each other. You can see, or bank statement, where bank statement will be lumped together. You can have a bank statement lumped together, and then it's very difficult for you to separate them. Are you getting me now? So we are going to make use of all this knowledge joined together to clean your data and make it useful for yourself. So that is the essence of learning.
I appreciate
data
it, sir.
cleaning.
Then we want to request.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, I'm listening to you, sir. Yeah, I really appreciate.
Okay.
You, sir. And we still want to place our request.
Your line keeps
We still want to
going
place
off.
our request on to have the soft copy of this this lecture. And this for the participants. Okay, I still want to appreciate you if you at least to place our request to have a copy of all the soft copy. Yes.
Yes.
To all the participants. Thank you, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, I've sent
I don't know whether you get my
sent
point,
the
sir.
Excel copy already. I think you already have the Excel copy in your group. I get you. I
Okay,
said
sir.
you already have the Excel copy in your group, in
Okay,
your
sir.
WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
So I will send the recordings when it is ready. Also, you get the recording and you get the Excel book so that you can practice what we did in class. Also, so with knowledge, it helps you to clean your data and make your data useful for whatever you want to do. That is the essence of data cleaning in Excel.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, so I want to thank everyone for making this a success. And like I said earlier, so our class start by April 13th. April 13th. If you are interested, you can always quickly register now. If you register before March ending, you're going to get 15,000 naira discount. Then you're going to pay 65,000 naira. And discount is extended to whoever is able to pay 50%. At least if you pay 40,000 before the end of the March, you're going to get the discount of what? 15,000 naira off this good price. The price itself at 80,000 is a discounted price if you compare to what you can get from the other sources. You get it now? So if you can make it, I would advise that you try and do that before the March ending so that you can have access to the 15,000 naira huge discount which is additional discount on the learning. So thank you very much for your time. So till we meet by next week Saturday. If you have any question, you can always ask in the group or call me directly. I will be glad to support you. Thank you very much. So you can call it a day. Bye.